7:20 a.m. BSTTHE Liga MX semifinals are set, with Toluca playing Tijuana and Club America against Santos Laguna, but this past weekend's quarterfinals certainly left some major talking points. Here are 5 of them. 1. Santos overcome Tigres in surprise win. Santos Laguna put in the performance of 2018 in Liga MX, winning 2-0 at Estadio Corona on Sunday and ending all hope Tigres had of winning back-to-back championships. Tigres came in full of confidence after a 2-0 first-leg win, especially with the away goals rule in place. But Santos Laguna started brightly and took the lead through Osvaldo Martinez in the 17th minute, even though the free kick leading up to the goal was dubious. Everything was then set up for a tense game, but it seemed to swing in Tigres' favor when Santos Laguna's Jonathan Rodriguez was sent off in the 28th minute. Santos Laguna, however, didn't change tack from its intense start and managed 47% possession over the 90 minutes, outshooting Tigres 16-13. They may not sound like particularly striking stats, but Santos played for over an hour with 10 men against a Tigres side that is Liga MX's most possession-heavy team and had reached the past 3 Liga MX finals. Young fullback Jesus Angulo impressed with his ambition and confidence, but the night belonged to Johnny Tavares, who netted the crucial second in the 73rd despite clearly being injured. He was carted off right after the goal. For Tigres, this was a shocking result. The team never got going and the Clausura will go down as a real low, considering the disappointment in the quarterfinal of the CONCACAF Champions League against Toronto. The mistake from Nihiel Guzman for Johnny's goal will be another talking point, as will Andre Pierre Gignac's unfathomable second-half miss right in front of goal. Ricardo "Tuca" Ferretti will be back with Tigres next season and the team will probably get stronger in the summer. But as well as skill and technique, he could do with players who can show the kind of spirit and fight that Santos Laguna's men summoned on Sunday. "We were eliminated by a team that played with heart, and we never had it," Ferretti said afterward in a news conference that lasted a matter of seconds. "We were knocked out by a team that gave everything and ran, and we didn't, even with them having 10 players and us 11. You could sum it up by saying that bourgeois Tigres were eliminated by a team of warriors." Santos Laguna's semi-final opponent, Club America, had a much smoother ride. An early goal from Mateus Uribe in Saturday's second leg against Pumas seemed to settle a series that was already pretty much over after the 4-1 thrashing in the first leg. America ended up winning 6-2 on aggregate. Point 2. Xolos shock Rayados. Santos Laguna were exceptional, but Tijuana's performance in getting past Monterrey on Saturday wasn't far off it. The 2-1 victory on the night was the club's first on the road since October 17. It was also deserved, with Xolos showing both a resolute defense and a capacity to create danger on the counterattack, even when pinned back in the second half. It isn't a coincidence that Tijuana's return to form toward the end of the Clausura regular season happened with Argentine forward Gustavo Bo back in the team following a lengthy absence due to injury. At the other end of the pitch, the signing of center-back Pablo Aguilar, Tijuana's captain, from Club America in the off-season looked especially astute, with Xolos dominating aerial balls into the box against Monterrey. Behind him, 24-year-old Mexican goalkeeper Gibran Lajad is growing into Liga MX and increasingly assured. There is some steel to this Tijuana side, partially highlighted by the fact it committed more fouls than any other side in the regular season. That might sound like a negative, but the 19 fouls against Monterrey on Saturday helped break up the home team's rhythm. Xolos will be going into the series against Toluca with little to lose and off the back of 6 games without a loss. Once again, the team from the border city will be the underdog against Toluca, but this Tijuana proved against Monterrey that it really shouldn't be underestimated. Point 3. Mohamed's position insecure. What a miserable weekend for Monterrey fans. After its women's side lost the Liga MX Femenil final on penalties to local rival Tigres on Friday evening, the men crashed out of the Clausura. The stadium on Saturday wasn't full, there was a lack of the usual passion in the stands and the players couldn't find a way past Xolos on the field. The team was booed off, and all is not well with Rayados, whose stadium, the most modern in Mexico, is becoming something of a bad luck charm in big games. Sporting president Duilio de Villa confirmed on Sunday that the club will continue to spend. Despite the loss, Monterrey is set to remain near the top in Mexico. The question then is what happens to coach Antonio Mohamed. Villa said his future will be decided in the upcoming week, but it would be no surprise if the Argentine left the club. And there wouldn't be any shortage of top candidates wanting to take over. Point 4. Morelia's Hernandez deserve praise. Toluca advanced past Morelia after 2-2 ties in the quarterfinals, and will be the favorite to reach the final against Tijuana. But spare a thought for Morelia. This is a side that almost exactly 1 year ago was seconds away from being relegated and was in the hands of a manager, Roberto Hernandez, who had been the in-house intern for years. No one else seemed to want the job. Fast forward a year, and Morelia has made 3 consecutive Liguillas using a squad that is far from the most expensive in Liga MX and with some players who haven't excelled at other clubs in Mexico. The question now is how much ambition, and money, Morelia's hierarchy has. Can Monarcas hold on to striker Raul Ruidiaz and playmaker Diego Valdez and allow Hernandez to build something special? 5. Pumas. With coaching decision to be mad, Pumas complained bitterly about the refereeing decisions against Club America. Midfielder Marcelo Diaz was livid. But while it is true that Pumas weren't exactly treated kindly by the officials against Los Aguila, it's also true that America is the better team on paper. And that came through in the series. Pumas now have a decision to make about coach David Patino. A 7th-place finish in the regular season was a huge improvement on last season's last-place showing. But there were wild inconsistencies in performance, and it's also clear there is much work to do and the squad is still 3 or 4 quality signings short of becoming a real challenger. On top of that, star striker Nico Castillo needs to stay because there are simply not many goal scorers of his quality available to replace him.